Yes, sir. What is going on, YouTube? It is your boy, Denali, aka Don Squally, and we are back at it in a Lamborghini that really does not want to do donuts. I think I put the all-wheel drive swap on this one. Could be wrong, man. But as always, man, if you guys are tuning in, you are back for another YouTuber request. Now, as you guys could probably tell from the title, man, unanimous decision. Had a number of people request this one. So as always, I'm just going to run through the list real quick here. Kevin Joe, Ranger TX 808, Buffalo Gamer 44, Armin Koroyan, Logan Hendra, Bradley Bain, Ryad Soberali, Cartoons Nation, Tobsters, Ian Gaming, Ace Gamer 101, and Technically Reviewed all want to see daily driven exotics Lamborghini Huracán, man. So as always, what we are going to do is go ahead and buy up that car. So as always, what we're going to do is jump into the Lamborghini section here and see if we can find ourselves a Lamborghini Huracán. Now, I know there's probably going to be a couple of different options for the Huracán. We have the Aventador here. There's the 2015 Squadra Corsa Huracán LP622 Super Trofeo. Try to say that 5 times fast. Or we have the 2014 LP610-4 Huracán. I'm thinking for this one, now I don't want to start out with a complete race car because there are some things that I do want to do to this car. So what I think we're probably going to do is go ahead and start out with the 2014 Huracán right here and see if we can mod it just a little bit to look like the daily driven exotics Lambo. Now, as always, we're going to start out with an OEM paint color here and jump into this build real quick. Now, obviously, what we have to do first and foremost is jump into that upgrade section, see if we can do a couple of modifications here. Now, right out of the bat, engine is probably going to stay stock in this one. Not going to lie, I don't think they have swapped out the engine on this car, and if they have, it's probably with another stock engine. Now, unfortunately, one thing that I did want to do is supercharge this thing, since you guys do know that the Lamborghini in question is supercharged. Now, unfortunately, since we can't do that, we are going to go ahead and twin turbo this thing. Now, I know I'm probably going to get a million comments saying, "You're stupid, it's not twin turbo, it's supercharged." But I clearly just said the only reason that I'm using the twin turbos is because of, obviously, the fact that there's no supercharger. So with that being said, let us continue on with this build. Now, one thing I do want to do is throw a big old front lip on there. Now, I know there are no canards on the Lamborghini in question, but that front lip is just too dope to pass up. Now, from my understanding, from what I've read online, this thing has a chassis mount wing coming. Unfortunately, we're only going to get the trunk mount for this one, so I'm going to go ahead and install that nonetheless. Now, you guys know with a lot of these builds, you can't always get them 100%, and that is the case with most of the cars, just because Forza really limits you to what you can actually do with these things. I'm going to go ahead, widen up the tires, just for my own preference. I like grip. I like grip more so than sliding around, so that's what we're going to do for that. Now, I have a couple of pictures of the wheels here, so I'm just going to skim through our options until I find something that I think looks closest to the Lamborghini that I'm looking at. Now, I am going to go ahead and install these Momo Quantums. Look pretty much identical to what I'm seeing on the daily driven Lamborghini here. Next up, what I'm going to do is throw in a clutch. Even though I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure these Lambos, these Huracans, only come with those that automatic, you know, that dual clutch action. But like I said, I could be wrong, man. I am definitely by no means a Lamborghini specialist. You know, I'm just assuming from, you know, past Lamborghinis. But one thing I do want to do is throw an intake and an exhaust. Now, this thing has an insanely expensive exhaust on this thing, all fully custom. So you guys know we have to upgrade the exhaust, and I'm just gonna put this out there, man. I'm upgrading those Twinskies. I don't care, man. Now, obviously, again, wish we could have got the supercharger in there. Actually, maybe there's a possibility that that other Huracán had the supercharger, but I think it's a little too late in the video for that, so let's go ahead and save this to the current car here. Now that we got all the upgrades taken care of, we're going to jump into the tuning, and I'm not really sure what I'm going to do here. Like, normally I go, oh, we're going to tune it. But, I mean, there's really nothing that I need to adjust here. I like the way it's sitting, and I'm pretty sure a Lamborghini from factory should be pretty copacetic for what we're going to need it to do here. Now, next up, we are going to find a design. Now, this is a very in-depth wrap that they have on this car, and I'm just going to put it out there, man. I do not have the time or the skill to recreate this wrap for you guys on this video. So as always, well, not as always, man. Sometimes we got to make it happen ourselves. But in this one, I'm just going to search up for this real quick, man, because I'm pretty sure there's probably a whole lot of skins out there for this Lamborghini. Now, typically you see a lot of designs for these YouTuber builds, but I guess because this one is so in-depth, I'm only picking up about 5 designs. And right out of the gate, the first guy, I think, has it down right here. What is this? XXMR Holiday XX. Oh, Mr. Holiday. The XX was just there, I guess, for a space filler. Your boy needs to just read inside the line sometimes. But we're going to go ahead and use this skin up because I think it looks the best. And now that we got all that out of the way, we are ready to hit the road. Now, this wrap, almost identical, man. I have to say this is a very nice clone to what the pictures that I've seen online. Even has the little baby blue action going around on the back and the sides here around that lip. Very sharp. Now, as one would expect, a twin turbocharged Lamborghini here. Definitely hauling some serious ass right now. Now, we are in the middle of a rainstorm, which kind of sucks, banking that red line real quick, man. But, oh no, spinning it out. My bad. Now, imagine if I hadn't have put those wide tires on here, what would have actually happened, man? It would have been 10 times worse. Ow, get out of the way, Malou. I think that was a Malou, maybe a Pursuit. But what I think we're going to do here, oh my God, sliding all over the place. What we're going to do is get into some nice open roads, I think, for this video, because most builds that we do, not as high horsepower as this thing, and you know, definitely this thing needs some open road because we're just not getting any love here real quick. So let's see, let me find a little road out of here. We are going the incorrect direction for highway, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn this biatch around here. So yeah, I mean, as far as the build goes, this Lamborghini is most certainly a handful, but aside from that, I really like the way that this wrap turned out. Kudos to the gentleman who took the time to build this. Now, when I first started playing Forza, I would definitely spend a lot of time on my own custom wraps, and I still kind of do when I'm playing the game and I want to build you know, a car to my own personal preference. But when it comes to these online builds, man, I gotta say, oh man, these brakes are terrible. Can we get a brake upgrade here happening, please? But when it comes to these online builds, you know, when I'm pressed for time like I am, I try to keep my videos between 10 and 15 minutes, definitely under 20 minutes. So, you know, if I have to get in there and create my own wrap, it definitely takes up a lot of video and a lot of time. So that's why on builds like this, it definitely helps me to have guys like this, which just absolutely kill the wrap game for me. And, you know, I get to pretty much do everything else on the car to make it as close to the original car as possible. Now, I get a lot of questions all the time why I don't do more research on the cars before I do them, and I do actually do like a Google search. I watch a couple YouTube videos. The problem is with YouTubers and a lot of the builds, they change so often and so many times throughout the course of ownership that it's hard to actually keep up with the most up-to-date mods. So what I like to do is get online, find a mod list. Some guys actually have websites that will give you a whole list of the mods on their car, and that is the biggest help. And another thing, it's that also in itself is very time consuming. So like I say, I tend to watch just a couple of videos on what I believe to be the most modern modifications done to the car. And sometimes, you know, obviously I'm behind a couple of videos. So that's, you know, the reason why I try to do my best out here, most certainly. And, you know, I'm not going to lie, I also put a couple of mods in there for myself from time to time. You guys know me, brakes, tires, one of them, suspension. I like cars to sit just a little bit lower than they would from a typical YouTuber. Oh man, this car is a handful. Even with, oh man, okay, we're getting all kinds of traffic. The rain is definitely impeding my ability to steer this thing properly. And I'm just looking like a major jackass right now. But I mean, what would you expect from a twin turbo Lamborghini but absolute insanity? Like, look at that. I was braking there and it just, we need to get this thing out into an area where there's not going to be any rain, I think is really what comes down to it. Also, watching the road would probably help. But in the spirit of keeping this video, you know, within that 10 to 15 minute range, I'm thinking we're probably going to pull off, take a little thumbnail, screenshot for our thumbnail here. And hopefully the rain doesn't mess that up too much, man. So if you guys did enjoy this one, don't forget to smash that like button. If you guys want to see more and you are not subscribed yet, definitely do so. Like I said, we got all kinds of videos coming in the near future, many videos like this as well. And I just saw a new DLC for Forza 7, and the Kia Stinger's on there, man. So I'm going to have to go download that and see what that Stinger's all about. So as always, I am your boy D Nolly, a.k.a. Don Squally, and I just want to say thank you guys for watching, and we're going to catch y'all mofos at the next one, man. Peace! Oh, no! No! Oh! Oh no!